Got basketball news with Kyrie Irving traded to the Mavericks, and apparently the Nets owner refused to trade Kyrie to the Lakers because he didn't want to accommodate Kyrie Irving. We had the Pro Bowl, and if you didn't like it, that means you're probably over the age of 40, and the NFL doesn't care. The NFL wants to appeal to a younger audience, and I think they accomplished that. So we'll have a poll question, play of the day, stat of the day, but, the big news is Kyrie Irving being traded, and that surprised a lot of people because I thought that he was playing well. It was all quiet, and Kevin Durant seemed like he was going to be coming back. They'd make the stretch run and maybe had something special there in Brooklyn. Now, I think as you look forward, you're going to have to go, does Kevin Durant at age 34 want to stay there? And there are already teams that could be in the market for KD. A lot of teams would be, but trying to make it work financially. Phoenix Suns will be in there. The Toronto Raptors will be in there as well. But for Kevin Durant, trying to figure out exactly what is next for Brooklyn, and what a mess. When they first got together, I remember coming on the show, and I said, they have to at least win one title. And as it turned out, they're not going to win anything. And it's a crowded East, and if you're Kevin Durant, you're 34, and you're looking around going, where's my place in history? Steph Curry is, I know, injured, but, Steph Curry's place on the all-time list is higher than Kevin Durant's. And he probably realizes that some of these younger players are going to be moving up as well in their careers. Kevin Durant wants to win another title, obviously. He's not going to win that in Brooklyn. Although I like what they got from the Mavericks, they're just not marquee players. And you got some draft picks in there, but I think ownership was probably looking towards the future in a life without Kyrie or Kevin Durant. What's the poll question we're going to go with today, Seton?
Well, why don't we start with the news of the day, Dan? Yesterday, the Dallas Mavericks got better or problems? Those are your answers. They got better or problems?
It could be both. It could be because I think they may have gotten better, but in the long run or short run, they could have problems there. I hope Kyrie knows going to Dallas that it's Luka's team. I mean, that would be a problem. Remember Kristaps Porzingis and Luka didn't work out well. And you got to know the pecking order there. Luka reportedly had to sign off on them getting Kyrie Irving, and rightfully so. And that'd be bad if you show up one day and go, what are you doing here?
Hold on, we did what?
What? Can you call Mark Cuban? I want to find out exactly. Wait, Kyrie's here? But he's a dynamic player. Nobody's ever argued that. He's a wonderful player. But I don't know if they're going to commit to him long term, because if this is something that's short term, then Kyrie's already going to be looking at where am I playing next. And reportedly, the Nets owner, Joe Tsai, was not going to trade him to the Lakers. Not. Didn't want to accommodate him. And, because Kyrie wanted to go to the Lakers. And Joe Tsai's like, nope, you have been a headache. Now, I'm paraphrasing. He probably had more colorful language, but he's like, nope, not going to accommodate you. And I get it. Now you're doing something that is going to hurt your franchise just because you don't want to help Kyrie. But, hey, he's been through an awful lot with Kyrie, and now they've rid themselves of him. And they don't win with him. They actually had a better winning percentage without him, believe it or not. Yes, Fritzy.
At what point does this malcontent thing, like a James Harden type, override your ability as a player as far as down the road and your legend and your reputation?
Oh, it's already there. It's solidified. I mean, if he's a nice guy and a good teammate, then, maybe, people will remember that later in his career. But, he's had this epiphany where he goes, we should be appreciating LeBron. You should be appreciating LeBron. That's how you got yourself into this problem. You wanted to have your own team, went to the Celtics. That didn't work out. So he's a great player. Nobody will argue that. But at what price is he a great player? The Nets, so here are the numbers. Kyrie played 143 of a possible 278 regular season games.
Holy cow.
So he played 51% of his games. The Nets' winning percentage was 57%. When he didn't play, it was 57%. Oh, washes out there with Kyrie, but he certainly brings some drama there. I was going to say energy, but I don't know that. I don't know how this is going to work out. But you got Jason Kidd there, and now Jason Kidd's going to have to get him to kind of conform to what. And how does this change Luka? Remember, when Kevin Durant went to Golden State, Steph Curry went from averaging around 30-something to around 26, I think. So you're going to, does Luka, the artist formerly known as Luka, does he play differently now with Kyrie there? And if so, how much? Yeah, see.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like the Warriors kind of proved that you can have a bunch of like big name stars that get points together on the same team, right? I mean, I know that Luka and Kyrie, there's only one ball and all of that, but it feels like the Warriors have kind of proven that that can work, maybe? When you have Steph and KD together.
Yes, but it has to start with the star player. That Steph had to sign off on all of that and acquiesce to Kevin Durant to make him feel like he was welcome there. That's why it worked. Yes,
I thought that the Clippers would have made sense.
Well,
I mean, you could get yourself in a situation with a big three there. I don't know. That could have been good.
Well, the problem I have is I don't know how much Kawhi is going to play or wants to play. Now, that's insurance, but when he does play, he can be a special player. But I'm always surprised when he does play. Be like, oh, Kawhi's playing. That's not the way it should be for a superstar. Yeah, Paul.
I guess I'm most fascinated by Luka that he had to sign off on this at his young age. I wonder if he's already like, I'm okay not carrying this team anymore. I'm okay averaging 27 instead of 32 because that could what it could be. But you're adding a big time scorer like this. I'm really curious to see how he handles it on the court because he definitely was cleared with it off the court.
Well, the usage rate that a lot of these executives like to look at, he was at a crazy level, all-time high, and you just wonder that's not sustainable. I know you're 23, but after a while, you get to the playoffs, and that's where I was worried about Luka and his production. But with Kyrie, okay, it's interesting. It changed the dynamics of the Eastern and Western Conference there rather quickly.